What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anfernee, and in this video I'm going to show you how exactly you can save $1,000 in 30 days the easy way, no tricks, no gimmicks, by following some of the savings hacks I'm going to present in this video. And I think that first $1,000 is so important as a young adult because it sort of gets you over that hump and getting a comma in your bank account. So I'm going to talk about a lot of savings hacks in this video, and if you think you'll go on to enjoy anything in this video, then hit that like button for your boy, and as always, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And the first step that you want to take if you're trying to save $1,000 in 30 days is to use some kind of software or go in yourself and analyze your spending. You need to have a firm understanding of where exactly you're spending your money at. And I think that one of the best ways to do this is to use the Mint app or use a personal finance app that will automatically pull in your data and allow you to see where your money is going. And this is not really the step where you want to see where you're making cuts, but it is going to be the step where you just want to have a clear bird's eye view of where your money is going. If 25% of your monthly income is going towards things that you don't use, then this will be the step where you can make a note of that. And also, if you think you're paying way too much for rent and you can find a cheaper house somewhere else, then this is the point where you want to make a note of that as well. In this step where you're analyzing your spending, you just want to see overall where your money is going. And also in this step, you want to analyze whether or not you're spending more money than you make on a month-to-month basis, because many people in the United States are living paycheck to paycheck, and also many people as well are living well above their means, meaning that their next paycheck can't even cover all of the bills that they pay. So if you are in either of these categories, the next step that I talk about in this video are going to help you change that and get on the road to financial stability. And after you do all of that work of analyzing your current spending, what I want you to do now is actually calculate how much money you want to save in 30 days or in any amount of time that you feel is comfortable for you. I know the title of this video says saving $1,000 in 30 days. However, depending on your current level of income and your current level of aggressiveness as you go in with your budgeting, you may be able to save more than $1,000 in 30 days, or it may take you even longer to save that amount. However, now after analyzing your spending, you want to ask yourself whether or not you can save an extra $2 a day, $3 a day, $5 a day, and if you can save upwards of $30 every single day, whether it's cutting back on some aggressive spending, then you will be able to get to that $1,000 number. What's important here is to be honest with yourself about your spending habits. I don't want you to be living like you're a homeless person for the sake of saving money. However, I do want you to know that if you earn a low wage and you want to get over the hump of saving that first $1,000, you need to know when you can cut the fat and trim that excess spending away from your budget. By trimming that excess spending, it will provide the greatest boost to your savings plan and greatly accelerate your speed to reaching this goal. So before, in the first step, I mentioned that was the step where you actually analyze where you're spending money at. But in this step, it's going to be the one where you determine where you want to make your cuts at, where you want to cut back that excess fat in order to trim your budget. So if you want to save your $1,000 in 30 days, this is going to be time where you make the hard decisions on what subscriptions you want to cancel, what services that you barely or no longer use that you can save some money with, or even what place that you can move to in order to save money on a rent or for a mortgage. This will be the perfect time to consult with your spouse or consult with yourself if you're single on how exactly you can live within your means and save a fair amount of money at the same time. If you're saving $1,000 in 30 days, that means that you can save $12,000 in a year, and at that rate you'll have over $100,000 in 10 years. Now, I don't know about you, but having $100,000 at some point in the future sounds very appetizing and very exciting for me to try to even consider having that amount of money. So make the sacrifices, make the hard decisions now. I'm not saying you have to be homeless, of course, but make those sacrifices now so that you can begin saving as much money as possible and getting on your journey to financial freedom, because the sooner you start saving money, the sooner you get your emergency fund funded, you can then start investing and building some real large wealth. But once you determine exactly where you can make those cuts, now it's time to wrap up all of the things that you did in this video into one simple budget. Now, for me personally, I use Google Sheets for all of my budgeting activities. I type in how much money I make, I type in my expenses, and then I track that throughout the month so that I know where all of my money is going. However, if you don't want to be as involved with the budgeting process, there are apps like Mint and Personal Finance, or even Dave Ramsey's budgeting calculator that you can use that will sort of automate that process for you being able to budget. And even if you're not technologically savvy, when I first got started on my budgeting and my financial freedom journey, I had a little green book that I carried me everywhere where I simply wrote down the money that came in and wrote down the money that went out. Budgeting doesn't have to be an extremely involved and extremely complex process. All you need to do is be comfortable knowing how you're making money and where you're spending that money at. And by having that budget and updating it on a monthly basis, you will be giving yourself a clear window in your finances, so you will know if any money is slipping out the back door when you are not looking. You will know if there are subscriptions that you need to cancel. You will know if you can do things to accelerate yourself to your financial freedom journey. And now that you have created your budget and you're on your way to saving your $1,000 in 30 days, the next thing that you're going to want to do is decide whether or not you're going to save that money in a savings account or invest that money in the stock market or in any other asset that you want to. And my opinion on this, as always, is that you should always have an emergency fund established just in case you have some unforeseen expenses in the future. And I think that investing without a safety net is a very risky move, because even if you invest in safe index funds, there's always a chance that you will lose money, and there's always a chance that you may need that money if some kind of emergency comes up. So my recommendation would be to put your first $1,000 in a savings account and don't touch it for anything. Let it sit. And at the same time, this whole video wasn't just about having $1,000. This whole video was about building the habits that it takes to save $1,000, and by building those habits, you will continue to save money and you will continue having well above $1,000 if you keep at it at some point in the distant future. As I talked about, saving, it will take 10 years to get over $100,000, but if you invested your excess money, you could get to that $100,000 or even $1 million a lot faster by keeping these disciplined habits and being consistent with yourself and living well within your means. As I always say, you don't have to make a lot of money to be a millionaire, and you don't have to live like you're homeless to save a lot of money. If you just make disciplined and responsible decisions with your finances, you can reach financial freedom a lot quicker than you probably would expect. But with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope this video helps shed some light on how you can save a lot of money in a short period of time. If you found any kind of value in this video, then hit that like button for your boy, as it really does help the channel out and allows these videos to reach a little bit of a larger audience. Also, as a little treat for you watching all the way into the end of this video, if you go down into the description below, you will see a link where you can sign up to the public app, and if you sign up, they will give you a free stock just for opening an account. You don't have to deposit any money, you don't have to give them any money, just press a few buttons and get that free stock. But if you want to see more content like this, then hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.